objectives of the World Health Organization, or WHO, is to shape the research agenda and stimulate the generation, translation, and dissemination of valuable knowledge. To decide on the research agenda for the 3 major global health problems, high-level meetings will be organized in the coming 3 years, 1 meeting each year. Our task was to propose 3 measures that can be used to define what health issue should make it to the agenda during those high-level meetings. The WHO defines health as not merely the absence of disease or infirmary, but a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. We had to take into account not only death, but also quality of life. Quality of life is defined as the feeling of overall life satisfaction as determined by the mentally alert individual whose life is being evaluated. Eventually, we came up with 3 measures, all cause-specific because a health issue to attend to needs to be identified eventually. Cause-specific mortality, cause-specific disability-free living, and cause-specific quality of life. Cause-specific mortality rate. Mortality, the frequency of occurrence of death, is the most solid epidemiological measure and is of great importance for the knowledge of the health status of a population and the basis of further analysis. A high mortality rate can be linked to, for example, the widespread of a health issue, but also to a high lethality. The examination of mortality can therefore provide useful indications for decision making, both in terms of activation of care facilities and in implementation of appropriate prevention measures. Cause-specific disability-free life expectancy. In short, this is to identify impact on society. Disability-free life expectancy is the average number of years a person is expected to live without disability, assuming the mortality pattern does not change. Disability-free living can identify health issues that have a large impact on society. This measure is closely related to quality of life, but also to hours lost at work, hospitalization days, and healthcare use. Cause-specific quality of life. This identifies impact for the population. Quality of life includes many components like functional well-being and socio-economical well-being, but also incorporates life expectancy, current phase of life, and major life events. Unfortunately, this is much harder to measure than mortality. Quality of life is said to be the most complex, yet most inclusive collection of interaction objectives and subjective dimensions. It encompasses the individual's perspective and is assessed through the eyes of the experiencer. Therefore, we think the measure should be taken into account when assessing what health issue is most pressing. As a final note, all measures can be region, age, and gender adjusted.